Alright. I did it. My daughter takes dance in Salt Lake. And so we drive to Salt Lake every day to take her to dance. Well, not every day, but on her dance days. And every time we drive on the freeway, we drive by Mrs. Kavanaugh's chocolate factory. And there's writing on the side, and I can't really read it because I'm driving by fast, but I kept thinking it says store open, store open. And so today I did it, and I told CoCo, we were early, and I was like, we have time. Do you want to stop at Mrs. Kavanaugh's chocolate factory? Because I could go for a piece of chocolate, you know. I could. And so we did it. We stopped at Mrs. Kavanaugh's. It is not a cheap place, guys. It's pretty expensive chocolate. And I don't know that it's worth it, actually. And so I'm going to show you what I got. But before I show you what I got, hold on. I'm sitting back in the car. I got to sit up. Okay, so seeing if there's any chocolate left over. I ate one of the bars and I kind of felt a little sick. And I'm realizing the error of my ways now, and I should have just had my Built Bar, which I will be having in just a minute, but it was so tasty. And let me just read the first ingredient: milk chocolate, sugar and eggs. Nope, sugar and milk. There's no eggs in my chocolate. Anyways, it has 23 carbs for this little thing. I ate one of these. 23 carbs for one bar. What was I thinking? I should have just had the Built Bar with like 4 carbs. But, you know, we all give in. And it has 3 grams of protein. That's not good. And 225 calories. So, and it was Easter candy. From Easter. Alright, I have a problem. I know this. I buy too much, and chocolate is my weakness. Y'all know chocolate is my weakness. I'm going to show you what I got. Cody picked out lots of it, and some of it was for Dad. None of us we don't need any of it, but oh my gosh, I'm never going to get off the freeway again at Mrs. Kavanaugh's because I cannot give it. I am weak. I just have to stay out of the stores and stay away from the chocolate factories. Oh my gosh. Airplanes are flying over me. I'm just outside her dance. And so, yeah, airplanes fly by every few minutes. It's crazy. I don't know if you can see that plane up there. There he is. But he was right above me. Alright, let's get on to what I bought. If you don't want to see it, stop watching now. It's going to trigger you. But, so we got a milk chocolate truffle. And then 2 of these ones that were Mindy Mint. I might give those to my friend if Mitch doesn't want it. I don't know what I bought it for. Because I can't eat them. I gotta stop. I just gotta go with the Built Bars. And then Cody wanted these. It looks just like white chocolate with sprinkles. But $4.75. And they were 50% off. So it was like $2.50 I think for that. So I just stuck with the apples that we brought. And then what other chocolate? I think that was all that's in here. And then we got this big bag of white chocolate covered gummy bears, and I think this was like $7 because it was from Easter, I guess, 50% off. And then I'll get that back in on the ice. We don't want it to melt. Alright, and so I got these mints, which I don't know if you ever had these mints, guys. I don't even know what they're called. It probably says on there. But they're just really tiny mints. I'm not even sure where they're from. I've always got them at Miss Kavanaugh's, but they're really good for nausea. So if you have nausea and you suck on one of those mints, instantly it's gone. But this little bag of mints cost me $23.39, I think. But let me show you what they look like inside. So that's kind of what it is. Oh, don't run off. They're expensive. They're just little. It looks white, but it's actually clear once you start, once you put it in your mouth, it turns like a clear. But they really help a lot with nausea. Or if you're trying to quit smoking, you could suck on these every time instead of having a cigarette. That's another thing that helps. They're really minty and they help a lot. Alright, so there's the mints. And then Cody wanted these. I don't know why. If you remember eating these, I had these as a kid. I can't believe they still make them. And then she picked out these. I think they were like a sour watermelon. And she got some peach rings, which the lady said these are the best. And this looks like a lot. And these little bags, I mean, that's like my hand full. Were $1. So the bags were $1. And we got a peach rings for Mitchell. And then, what's this other thing? It's, I believe it's grape sours, but I could be wrong, but I think that's what those are. And then I also picked out these I think they're Sour Patch Kids for $1. Thought they might like that. Had that for a movie treat. Yeah, so we stopped at Kavanaugh's. Yay! So, yeah, we stopped at Mrs. Kavanaugh's on the way to dance today to get a piece of chocolate and spent over 40 bucks on chocolate that we didn't even need. This is the one I ate, the milk chocolate one, and I'm a little sick in my stomach. I wish I would have just had a Built Bar. I have a Built Bar. I should have just ate that. Sometimes you just gotta learn from your mistakes. That's what you have to do, is learn from your mistakes. That's the lesson for today. So yeah, I thought I'd tell you about my trip to the chocolate factory. After we got our candy, the lady said they actually do tours of the factory. Would have been nice to know, and then we could have actually went inside. You could see through the window the lady was actually like making the little candies with her hands. And so they didn't have gloves on. They were their bare hands, and they were moving the chocolate around on the table, and then they picked it up like this, and then they went and just let it drip off their fingers into like the little candy cups. It looked like some kind of like nuts and chocolate that she was dropping in. And I was like, oh, that looks so good. But it was interesting. It probably would have been cool to see a whole tour of the factory and then bought a piece of chocolate. But I didn't know they did tours. And I just wanted a piece of chocolate. And it was a bad idea. So I've been there and done that. So I will not do it again. I don't think. I hope not. Have any of you ever been to a chocolate factory? Whenever I think of a chocolate factory, I think of I Love Lucy getting a job and putting all the candy like in her shirt and in her hat and in her mouth, you know, because she couldn't wrap them fast enough. And I think that would have been the best job ever. Of course, I'd probably be a lot heavier if I worked in a chocolate factory. I don't know. Alright guys, well, I'm going to let you go for now. I feel like I'm really behind on everything in life. Trying to get organized, trying to get healthy, trying to get my car taken care of. But I'm doing the best I can, and that's all any of us can do, is the best we can. Ooh. So, till next time, stay safe and stay healthy, and do your best, and learn from your mistakes. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.